Hello everyone, guys. Today we will discuss the remaining two types of two-phase locking protocol. One we have already discussed in the previous video, which was the basic two-phase locking protocol. So that protocol actually gives us the problem that is the cascading rollback. So we will see the another two types of two-phase locking protocol, which are strict two-phase locking protocol, and the third one is the rigorous two-phase locking protocol. Let's see what are they. In the strict two-phase locking protocol, all exclusive locks are kept until the end of the transaction or it committed it. It says that if we have a transaction and one transaction is obtaining the X locks, that means exclusive lock, so we will not release in between in the transaction until we reach to the end of the transaction or it commit it. Means it has to be committed in the last. Suppose it is obtaining this lock, this X lock, but we will not unlock it until it committed. Okay guys, so after committed we can unlock it. Okay guys, so this will help in avoiding no cascading rollback. Okay guys, how? Suppose in the transaction we get some error in this at this point, that means we have committed it, so it will not roll back to this position, and this transaction is assessing the updated value of this transaction, so it will only roll back, it will not roll back. Okay guys, so this is the main advantage of that, it avoids in helping cascading rollback. In the rigorous two-phase locking protocol, it says that all locks will be kept until transaction commit. That means if a transaction is having shared lock or exclusive lock on many variables, so it will keep these all locks until the end of the transaction and we commit that transaction. So this is the same example can be used in that, because in the end we are just committing, then we unlock that. Okay guys, if you have some shared lock or anything else, so you can use this lock and unlock that one. Okay, here. So there is another point is lock conversion, which says to improve the efficiency of two-phase lock protocol, modes of the lock can be converted. To improve the efficiency of the two-phase locking protocol, we can use this concept lock conversion, in which we just convert the modes of the transactions. Like we have an upgrade. Okay, upgrade says कि if a transaction is having shared lock, so then it can be upgraded to the X lock, because in this mode it can only read the variable, but in this mode it will read and write both. Okay, and the downgrade is the just opposite of that. We have to convert this X lock into the shared lock. Okay, so we can use this lock conversion point to improve the efficiency of the two-phase locking protocol. So this is the guys totally about the lock-based protocol. Here your lock-based protocols completes. Now in the next video we will study or discuss the next topic, that is next protocol, which is a time-stamped protocol. Okay, so get ready with that video, and please, if the guys this video is helping you, please like and share this video. Thank you.